What is up, gamers? Welcome to the Virtual Reality Master League. I'm your host, a goddamn superhero, and I'm bringing you tonight Soulstice versus MyVoltron1ListManaged Space by Space Kiwi. This is the bronze matchup for the finals here tonight. These are our second best set of teams who can play, and we're here to see what they can win, what they can do, what they can bring to a little game called Pavlov. While we're doing that though, let's check out the browser. Let's hop into exactly what's going to be happening this evening, and let's get into it. All right, gamers. So I started at the bottom of the page, but now we're at the top today. And this week, it's been the Fall Festival for VRML. This is where Onward, Pavlov, Echo Arena, all the games are going on right now. And you can be a part of this, but just by being on this stream, joining the leagues, checking it all out. But our players today, they're fighting in the bronze match for a portion of this $5,600 prize. They're going to be fighting for 8 HyperX Cloud earbuds in this third place matchup. But champions later today will be going for a bigger prize pool. Come back in about an hour and a half, and you'll be able to see that. So, what is our matchup here? Well, these the bronze match here, this is a best of 3, our standard format. We're gonna basically have the same kind of setup we've had for the rest of our cup. Here it's just players getting to have 2 bans, 2 picks, and the best will win. So let's hop on over to the standings. What we have here is this is Soulstice, who's actually the number 7 seed overall in the season, and MyVoltron1List managed by Space by Kiwi as number 3. We had an amazing matchup with these two teams yesterday against Dream Team and Wrecked, and it was interesting. Voltron was down a player. Even Soulstice played an amazing game against Wrecked. It was good overall. And we'll have to see how these two teams fare off against each other. But who's on each of the teams? Well, our home team, Soulstice. We have Scuba Steve. We have Mara, Andy Bojangles, Bazinga, Hudson, Leol, and Shua. They've had an 8-7 season this season. And this, Stockpile is their most played map. We have Manor up next with Cash afterwards. Lots of maps played, but there's no map that takes away the cake for the one that they are absolutely the best on. So we'll have to see how they handle themselves against the list. Speaking of the list, I have it right here. MyVoltron1List managed by Kiwi. We have Vista, a Fancy Cat, Hisoka, Kiwi, the Crimson Fucker, Humanoid Banana, Pickle, and Sev. And so these guys have had a 9-6 season, slightly better. And overall, we have Stockpile. They have 78% win rate on that. Manor 7-3. Been playing a lot of other. I made a comment on that last night. It's interesting to see teams choosing that. Cash and Dust too as well. Again, lots of maps where they have high win percentage, but not so high round win percentage. So it'll be interesting to see what these teams bring to us. So we do have one matchup that they did historically versus each other this season, and it did not go too well for Soulstice. It was a 30-9 with Inferno basically being a complete shutout for the list. Stockpile 10-6, and then lastly they had Cash 10-3. And so hopefully we don't see that kind of game here today, but instead we see a beautiful matchup between two beautiful teams. Not as beautiful as what will be happening later tonight in our finals. Hope I catch every one of you there, and if not, I know where you live because you've submitted that information to the VRML. I'm updating some sounds, making sure I get everything in here, and we're just hanging out, we're vibing, we're waiting to see, where the player's at. We just need them to give the info as to what's happening. Unfortunately, I have heard pray tell of a rumor that there are only maybe 5 again on the list. Now, last time, what was interesting about that is that put them, they were the team lower on the list in the standings. Now they're the higher team, and so they almost won with 4 players last night. The question is, can they win tonight? Can they get 3rd place with just 4? This is our second best lineup that we'll be seeing here today. We'll see if they can overcome. Until then, we could talk about what happened. I missed some of the NA final or the EU finals. We just finished the finals overall over there. I know that Crimson Claw again was able to take the victory home. The question is, what happened in that bronze match? I wasn't listening. I could probably find out, but so could you. So maybe we'll do that instead. But until then, we're hanging, we're waiting. you know, when we look at the kinds of maps that are going to be played, I mean, it's going to be the same kind of stuff. Both teams play Stockpile a bunch. Both teams play Manor. Both teams play Cache. And so I do think we're going to see the top maps just kind of be those as they usually are. And so it'll be interesting to see. You know, they could change it up. Maybe they throw in a map in there they don't expect the other team to play. But again, we're going to need to see Voltron play at their best if they're really going to be playing a player down here. That's going to be interesting to see how they handle that. You know, it does change the way that you play. And, you know, both teams actually do have to adapt to make it work. You know, we're going to see Voltron1List, if they play with 4, play more aggressive and together. And we're going to have to see Soulstice make sure that they do the same kind of thing. Make sure that they, you know, pin more people on the same side. So that way they always have that numbers advantage. So until then, we wait. This is the worst part, you guys. I always am so sad when I'm just sitting here trapped, wanting more gameplay. I'm pulling up the streams. I see Andy Bojangles is live. But the question is, why isn't he doing anything on stream? He's just sitting here waiting too. Arfel's making fun of me for not watching the match earlier today. Oh, no. I'm going to get in trouble. You guys, I got in plenty of trouble last night. Watch the stream. I was very funny, and I'm not supposed to be like that, apparently. So, but it was hype. It was good. It was a good time. And, you know, today we're wearing the clown makeup. You know, we're dressed appropriately for our almost winners. But tonight, we're going to freshen up. We're gonna go to the top there with a little bit of an outfit, a special one that I only wear when the championships come around. So we'll see that soon. Hopefully, like, we'll be seeing this match soon. So it'll be great. What else? What else can I tell you about? See, that's the problem. Where's the update? Where's the changes? We've talked about this before. Every time you guys wonder why hasn't Pavlov changed? Why hasn't Hero written a better script? That's because it's hard to think of new things to talk about, and I'm just a Pavlov player. Why isn't Downfall doing better? Answer that in chat, and you'll get an access to my sneaky link. Until then, we're just all here, all hanging, all wondering what we can do in this world together. You know, when I look at Soulstice coming up, man, their previous team, I don't know, I can never remember the name of their previous team, but they've had quite a bit of improvement. They played quite well against Rec. They used to be a bronze team. I mean, seeing them make their way up into the championship overall, very hype, very cool. And I wish Downfall could have done it. It would have been sick. But instead, we have Soulstice, who's earned it here today. Now, the question is, will Voltron fall? Speaking of falling, I'm falling behind. Why? Stated Static asked if this is the bronze match. Yes, it is a bronze match. Basically, it's the 2 losing teams today of the semifinals yesterday playing against each other. Afterwards, we will be doing the finals. And then the finals are going to be, again, like I said, 7:30 or so Eastern. We're just hanging. We're just waiting. They're not paying me. This is rough. This makes me scared. I'm always afraid when I don't get told what the bans are, what the picks are. I'm screaming. I'm screaming on the inside and on the out. You know, we're just trapped. We're trapped. But the question is, will the enemies be trapped? See, I definitely need the maps. If I don't have the maps, like the bans, I can't even like begin to predict what they're gonna play. Besides just the top, maps on each of these guys. It's you see the same kind of people playing the same kind of map, so it's probably gonna be those. Again, Stockpile Manor, Cache. Ooh, I'm gonna call, dude. Everyone loves to call me as soon as I start casting. As soon as I start casting, I get like 17 calls. That's a question. But anyways, Napalm Mass in the chat. Who's gonna win? Well, I mean, if Soulstice plays the way they did last night, and MyVoltron1List has only 4 players, this looks to me like it's going to be a Soulstice game. I'd love to see, both teams I do like, and I want to see them succeed, but only one can. And I put my money on the 5, baby. The 5. That's your biased caster, and if I'm wrong, well, cool. We'll have to see. But you guys will have a chance to prove that you're right by later having a prediction, which I'll make sure is set up while we're waiting here. Until then, oh, they didn't choose the outcome of the last prediction. I got you, boys. Don't worry. Don't worry. All right, get the second prediction going up. And so we're a little bit behind schedule. Hopefully they get to me. This will be beautiful. Soulstice. My Voltron 1 Voltron list. We'll just do that. Okay, so I'm stuck, you guys. I'm stuck. Oh, we see Andy Bojangles' character killing himself on his stream. I'll show you guys what I'm saying. This is all the information I have. This is it. This is all Andy Bojangles is willing to give. He's taken so much from me. And this is all he's willing to give. This is so sad. Maybe someone else is alive? No. I have nothing, you guys. Why did they let me cast? Why did they leave me here? I have nothing to say to you. It's so sad. I'm trying to think. I mean, literally I'm floundering. Literally I'm floundering. This is the worst part. Yeah, the finals are coming. And it's gonna be good. We'll have to see if Dream Team can be wrecked. It's gonna be a really hard match for them. Is this what you want, you guys? Is this what you want? You just want me to talk about Pavlov? There's no way you want this bronze player who mixed and matched between EU and NA to talk about Pavlov. Instead, you want me to talk about my other endeavors in life. You want me to wander off, make bold claims that are never correct. That's what being a caster is all about. Just like you know, these guys are supposed to be in the match. That's what that's about. You guys like Rick and Morty? Rick and Morty's pretty good. Oh, that's the worst. Okay. Well, I am just waiting to see if these guys get in there. There is a meme that Voltron list may not show up. Hopefully that is not the case. That would be very, very bad. But until then, you know, hanging, just being your little clowning around, as they would say. I've been working on a video game. It's kind of why I stopped doing most of this stuff recently. It's coming together. I'm making a video, rendering some stuff. It's kind of neat. If you're interested, it's a BMX VR game. Ping me. I'll tell you about it. I don't need to tell you everything about it here. This isn't the forum to do so. But there is a forum somewhere. I'm sure I'll be posting on it. Scuba Steve, thank you. He's typing. Oh my god. You guys, again, floundering. This is rough. Once he's typing, once we have at least one of the bands, we have something to work with. Oh, he stopped typing. No, my heart. My heart. Scuba Steve, what are you doing, boy? What are you doing? Jacob Maddie 85, thank you for watching VRML for the first time. I'm sorry this is your experience right now. Once we're in the gameplay, me just kind of wandering off is pretty good, but until then, it's a little rough. It's a little rough. Just wait to see what these boys will be doing. Speaking of boys, speaking of doing, I don't have anywhere to go with that. Oh, I'm literally just checking back and forth. You guys, I don't want to put you on intermission because I feel like, you know, no one wants to be trapped in an intermission, you know? But what you want is you want a little bit of a personality, a little zazz. Zazz is always good. It's even better to get bans and picks. I literally told them I had special pictures waiting for them if they give me those bans. And here I am, left to dry, left on red. That's the worst. And you know, you try, you put yourself out there in this world. There's plenty of fish, but you know, there's not plenty of bands to be picked. All right, hold on. Okay, so I've been told that there's been a 30-minute push. So, you know, that is why we did not have any information. So I'm gonna keep my clown gear on, but I'm gonna turn the stream off and I'll be back in like you know, a little bit. So 6:30 p.m. Eastern is when we'll be back. This is my Stalin impression, and so I did pretty good Stalin. But I'll see you guys in about 25 minutes or so. I'll probably start 5 before. So I'll keep it alive and ready and get the action going. But thank you very much for sitting with me. So I will see you in just a bit. I'm going to do credits.